time for the May Sheetload of Cards. Hey guys, it's Beth. Welcome. Today I get to share with you my take on the May 2022 Sheetload of Cards sketch by Call Me Crafty Owl. And again, Call Me Crafty Owl is so amazing that, she puts together a card sketch as well as a supply list and a cut list every single month. And it is free to her subscribers. So all you have to do is subscribe to her channel and you can download the sketch and the lists and make your own set of cards. This is a collaboration and there are other collab team members that will be linked by a hashtag in the description box below. So you can just click that hashtag and check out all of the other collab team member inspiration. And this month it was 6 cards and it's another 6x6 paper pad special edition. So here are my cards, and I actually made 2 batches. I had a kind of a sampler, an old not too shabby sampler or Summer Daisies, and there were 6 sheets left. It is like such a beautiful paper patterns that I decided to go ahead and use them all. So I will have a picture here of the patterns. And so I decided to go ahead and use all 6 sheets, and that made 2 batches of the sheet loads. So my cards I basically followed the sheet load to a T, except for I used a 12 by 12 sheet of yellow cardstock to cut down like the mat. And here is the sheet load, and it had called for an 8.5 by 11, 2 8.5 by 11 sheets to make, and it's just, the mat doesn't cover the whole card front, the whole A2 card front, it just covers, like a certain point. So I had used 12 by 12, and so I had some strips left, and so I decided to kind of use up, if I cut my strips in thirds, it would fill like this space over here on the right for all 12 cards. So I decided to go ahead and use up those particular strips as well. And so mine look a little bit different just because I have an extra strip over here. But I did use craft card bases, and I kind of mixed and matched I kind of separated my paper into threes, so 3 sheets and then 3 sheets, and cut them down. And so I just kind of then paired them up so that I was using like 1 of each of the 3 patterns, and then I made it to the second batch and used 1 each of the 3 patterns on each card. And then as for my sentiments, I just kind of decided to do another kind of all occasion card batch. So I have a thank you, hello, happy birthday. I have 2 happy birthdays, another thanks. There's the happy birthday, and then thinking of you. So I just kind of figured these would be like a nice all occasion card set. And then on the insides, I did use some white cardstock just because it's easier to read. I know craft cardstock isn't all that dark, but just in case, it's easier to read. And then there was 1 thin strip of, like a 6-inch strip that was pretty thin left from each of the 6 patterns that I used. And so I just took them all, cut them in half at an angle, and then added 1 half to the inside of each of my cards. And that covered all 12 cards, and that used up every last bit except for 1 little sliver of the pattern paper. So that is one really nice thing about Alicia's 6x6 editions anymore, is that they really do, especially if you add something to the inside of the card, they really do use up the whole 6x6 sheet. So that's always good because we all generate enough scraps as it is, and I am trying to use up scraps. So if I can avoid scraps, if I can avoid creating scraps, that's always good. So yeah, I pretty much stuck to the sketch except for that extra yellow strip there, and then some of my sentiment strips, because they might have been a little wider, like the thanks was a little bit wider, the happy birthday, some of them are a little bit wider, and then some of them are a little bit thinner, but again, they're all pretty close to like 1.25 inch of what the sheet load called for. So these are my cards. Again, be sure to click on the hashtag for the other YouTube inspiration, and you can also use that hashtag over on Instagram to find inspiration as well. And again, if you would like to subscribe to Alicia's channel, you can do so through the link that will be in the description box below. I thank you guys so very much for your time today and hope you all have a very crafty day.